Hey guys, my name's Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I'm working on a Dell Chromebook 11. The exact model is a CB1C13. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your fan and your heatsink assembly. So first thing, power down your computer the correct way. Make sure it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip it over to access our bottom case screws. You have these two screws here, these two here, and these three in the middle. I'm going to go through now and take out all those screws. Once all the screws have been removed, I'm going to take my small flat metal pry tool and I'm going to go on this seam and pop up the bottom case from the rest of the computer. So the seam is right there on the edge. So that came up fairly easily. And there's nothing on the bottom, it's just the bottom case, bottom panel. After we get our bottom panel up, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general repair side note, guys, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging the computer when you're working on it. If you need any help with tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any of these replacement parts for this specific model computer, there'll be a link above, also below in the description, where all those tools and supplies and replacement parts will be in one list. Now, before I touch anything inside a computer, I always either remove or at least unplug my battery. And since this plug is so tight with the battery, it's going to be hard to unplug it without removing the battery. So I'll show you how to remove the battery now. It's held in by these two screws on the bottom, this screw in the corner, and this screw on top. So I'm going to undo those screws. Now, after undoing those screws, the battery can come up just a little bit. And even though it's best in a computer to never actually pull on the wires when unplugging something, you always want to try to manipulate the plug and not the wires. This is so short and there's no real grips on that plug. So to get the battery out of that port, you would have to just slowly, gently try to wiggle it out like that, which is not ideal, but in this computer, that's what you have to do. This is your fan and your heatsink assembly here. Your fan is held down by a single screw there, and the heatsink assembly is held down by these 4 screws over your CPU, which is pretty normal. Be careful when taking your fan out. The antenna wire are run through the fan, so make sure you unrun these antenna wire before you rip that off. You could damage them. And this right here, once you take up a heatsink, if you guys are in here to clean this, to reapply thermal paste, I will have a link above, also below in the description. It'll be a tutorial on how to reapply thermal paste correctly. I'm not going to take that off in this video because this computer is working fine. And if you take off your heatsink, you should clean it up and reapply thermal paste once air hits that. So I'm not going to do it here, but there will be a video link below, like I said. It'll be a tutorial on how to clean all the old thermal paste off and reapply the right amount of new thermal paste. I will have the spec information for the heatsink and the fan below in the description, and I will try to have some replacement options in that link I told you about with all the replacement parts. So that's the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, try the FAQs below in the description first. It could save you some time getting an answer. But if you do need to leave me a question or comment, please do. I do try to get to those a couple times a day at least. And as always, please remember to like and share if this was helpful. If you think it can help someone else, feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.